Most people evaluate a financial advisor in the same way they evaluate the stock. Will it beat the market? What's the return on investment? Will I make more than the fees I'm spending on it? Well, think about the last vacation you went on. Whether it was Hawaii or Fiji or Alaska or wherever it is you went, were you thinking about how much you spent versus how much you're getting back? Or was it worth every penny just to be with the people you love? Enjoy the adventure you've always wanted to go on, or just the rest and relaxation outside of the normal routine of life? What if you thought about an advisor like that? That is the real value of a financial advisor. Yes, the numbers matter too, but the bigger thing is the value they actually add to your life. We're going to go through a couple of examples of this, starting with the freedom to retire when you want. I'm going to go through a scenario. It's not a specific one client thing because we've had many clients, and for privacy's sake, I'm not going to just share one of their stories. But oftentimes, we'll have a client walk in, a couple. They have just gotten their finances in order. They think, okay, I got 7 more years till I can retire, then I'm good. Or 5 more years, or 3 more years, or whatever it is. I'm just going to buckle down, pull up my bootstraps, and we're going to make it happen. We can do it just for a few more years, and then retirement. That's the goal. Well, oftentimes we'll look at the numbers, we'll look at how much they need, how much they're spending, and how much they would optimally like to spend in retirement. And many times we've gotten to look at clients and say, the amount you have right now, you could retire today and meet every one of your goals. Man, that feeling of freedom, the weight you can see lifted off their shoulders. Sometimes the clients even come to tears with that. 5, 6, 7 more years of work. Now they don't have to do that. Now they can spend that time making the impact on people they want, making the memories they want, doing the adventures they always wanted to have, spending time with the people they wanted to spend time with. How much is that worth? How much are those 3 years, those 5 years, those 7 years worth? That you can have peace of mind in retirement, not having to stay as the hamster on the wheel for another few years. That's the true value of a financial advisor. Now, the second thing is, maybe you're already retired. Oftentimes people will come to us, they've got their couple million set aside, and they're retired, and they just want a second opinion on some things. And we'll take a look at what they have, and we'll see, man, they're pinching every penny, not because they're greedy, but because that's how they live to accumulate the money they have. That's how they are taught. That's how they're used to. And it was a very prudent thing while they were working. But now, when we look at the numbers, their portfolio is set to double, triple, quadruple, or more in their retirement, and they're set to die with multi-millions. And so we ask them, hey, is this what you want for your beneficiaries? Do you want to leave 5, 10 million to each beneficiary? Oftentimes they'll say, well, we want to leave an inheritance, but we don't feel the need for it to be that much. So we'll say, well, then why are you living off what you're living off of? If you could do whatever you wanted, what would you do? And many of them say, well, I'd love to take a trip or a cruise with the grandkids. Or my son's trying to buy a house and I wanted to help him, but I didn't know if I could spend that money. Or I wanted to build an addition on my house to host more people. These are the types of things people say, and they think they can't. But when we get to look at them and say, no, you can. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. You can, and the numbers will work out just fine. And so for the next 20, 30 years, they get that much more enjoyment of their retirement. How much is each of those years worth of multiplied enjoyment? How much is that impact they get to have through donating and seeing the fruit of their donations, blessing their children, taking trips as a family, building that addition? How much is that worth? That's how much a financial advisor is worth. Now, the third thing is, you might be thinking, hey, I could run all those numbers myself. I could do that all myself. And yes, you absolutely could. And if you enjoy that and are comfortable with it, then maybe you don't need an advisor. But will you be as confident as you would be if you had a team of people who do this 24/7 telling you, hey, the numbers look good, we're keeping an eye on it, you don't need to worry about it? Because it takes a lot of time to stay up to date with these things. And if that's what you enjoy, then go for it. That's great. There's nothing stopping you. But if you want to take that off your plate, if you don't want to have to take the mental space, if you want to truly be able to sit back and relax knowing someone else is taking care of it, that's the value of an advisor. Now, the fourth thing is taking care of the other spouse. And I say the other spouse sort of tongue in cheek, but many times a couple will come into our office and one of them knows all the finances, is pretty finance savvy, knows maybe some niche strategies and has set some things up, help them save, help them know what to spend and whatnot. And the other spouse is oftentimes more removed from the situation. And that's a normal scenario. There's nothing wrong with that. But it does present a challenge. When the spouse that knows everything about their finances, if they're the first to pass away, the surviving spouse, one, is grieving a loss, but two, has to all of a sudden know how to handle these large sums of money during that grief. If there's no advisor involved, who does that spouse go to? Where we help with this is we'll meet with both spouses. The spouse that doesn't know all of the answers doesn't need to know everything about the finances. They just need to trust us. And if both spouses work together, we can get that full picture and then help the surviving spouse know, hey, don't worry about this right now. You're grieving. We'll get to that later. Oh, this actually needs to be settled right now. Oh, and here's the whole picture of what was desired. Here's how we can help you continue this legacy well. Man, we've done this many times, and it is so valuable. The surviving spouse is so appreciative of this. It is priceless to them. So these are 4 value adds. Permission to retire with peace of mind. Permission to spend more, to do the things you've always wanted to do. Permission to take that off your plate. Freeing up the time you would be spending doing it so you can enjoy your retirement. And providing for the other spouse. Now, there's many more values that we could discuss. These are 4 of the biggest ones that we see our clients really appreciate. And these are all qualitative. There's quantitative ones as well. But when you look at this, these are things worth thinking about. What dollar amount can you put on those extra years? That extra experiences you got to have, that extra security. What's that worth to you? That's what I think is the true value of a financial advisor.